Hey gang, DVD Collector back in the movie room and welcome to another list. This is a special list that we do every year, Ian and myself. It's a top 100 favorite films list. The purpose of this is to see how our tastes have changed over the year. These are by no means best films ever made. These are just our favorite films of all time. We're going to go from 100 to 1. It's going to be a four-part video. The first one is going to be, of course, 100 to 76, so we can talk about those a little bit. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each one, some more than others, but for the most part, we're just going to fly through these. Number 100, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Fairly sure that was higher on my list last year. Absolutely love this movie. Great animation meets human. Number 99, White Dog. If you've never seen White Dog, I absolutely beg you to watch this film. It is not only a film about racism, but it's also a film about just pure hatred and the cruelty of humans. I'll leave it there. Very, very, very good film. 98, Lost Boys. It would have been a lot farther up the list last year. Still think it's a good movie. Not what I'm looking for in horror or anything nowadays. Number 97, The Innocents. This is a ghost story. It's on Criterion. I'm sure it's on anything else. A very, very straightforward ghost story. 96, Back to the Future. Nostalgia is the only reason it's on here. The film itself is great. The trilogy itself is great. Everybody that is watching this video has probably seen this film, if not any other film on this list. So, there's Back to the Future. Number 95, Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds. Had to throw The Birds in there, just didn't know where to throw it, so 95 looked like a good spot. Number 94, Superman from 1978. Chris Reeves is the quintessential Superman. He is what I think of Superman as far as film goes. Him and George Reeves are my two favorite Supermen. So this film has a lot of nostalgia as well. Number 93, The Uninvited. Also a ghost story. I'm huge into the theory of ghost stories and the whole isolation of it, the entities, all that stuff. So this one's very, very good. Number 92, The Vanishing. Very good suspenseful film. Number 91, The Omen. If you're a horror fan, you've seen The Omen. The Omen is still one of the best out there as far as classic horror goes. Modern / classic horror. Number 90, Kronos. Guillermo del Toro's film about vampires. Top notch. Legends of Hell House, number 89. Very good movie about a family that moves into a house that's not exactly what they thought it was. Number 88, The Wicker Man. You know, it's one of my absolute favorite Christopher Lee films. A little wacky, but I think that's what you're supposed to get out of it anyway. Number 87, Facing the Crowd. Andy Griffith at his finest. If you're a fan of the Andy Griffith Show, watch Faces in the Crowd. It's nowhere near the Andy Griffith that you'll know. He is a protagonist. He is just you can very fairly call him the villain if you want to watch this. It's a great film. Very hard to find. Number 86, The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, starring Vincent Price and Barbara Steele. Awesome team up alone. Make sure you watch this one. Number 85, I think I said 85 last time. That was 86. Number 85, Creature from the Black Lagoon, of course. We honor the Universal monsters there. 84, Jim Henson's Dark Crystal. 83, Pulp Fiction. That one's going to get some raised eyebrows why it's so far on the list. Great film. Not my favorite Tarantino film. Not my favorite film of all time. So it's got to find a spot in here. I'll explain more of that in just a little bit. Number 82, Devil's Rejects. Absolutely my favorite Rob Zombie film. Just an amazing film. Number 81, my favorite Tarantino film, Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown is where it's at. Just all-star cast, Pam Grier, just boom. It's just simply amazing. Number 80, Shawshank Redemption, the film that every time it comes on TV, you have to stop and watch it. It's one of those films that will be great for all times. Number 79, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. As far as silent films go, there's only a few that touch me as much as this one as far as horror goes. Great, great film. Number 78, we see the Coens brothers in Raising Arizona. Most likely Nicolas Cage's best film. To me, maybe his only film that he ever made. 78. 76, Dracula from the Universal Monsters. Beautiful piece of romantic horror. Bela Lugosi is such an amazing actor at this point in his career. He makes Dracula his own. Dracula is Bela Lugosi. Even if you look at any costume picture or anything of Dracula, it has the features of Bela Lugosi. Number 76, The Goonies. The Goonies have jumped way down on my list just because there's a lot of other stuff that I enjoy more, but I still love The Goonies. It is one of my absolute favorite childhood films. It is a film that I put on when I'm doing other stuff in the room. Between that and Stand By Me, I know the film's forward and backwards, and it's just like a comforting noise to me anymore. So there. That's it. That's the first 25 films here. Now these lists, this is what I was going to say earlier, are so hard to make. They really are. You get to your favorite like 15 or 20, and then it's like, whoa, and you have to start working backwards. And then you have a side list that you're writing stuff down, and stuff has to fill in. Not everything makes sense to a spot that it's at, because you can't just say, well, yeah, The Goonies is my 76th favorite movie of all time. No, it's 76 because I had to have someplace to put it. You can usually go maybe the first 25 before you start running into, where would this go? Where would that go? Oh shit, that needs to go up here a little higher. Maybe it goes here. Do I want to put all of this director's stuff in one thing because I love all of his films? It takes a lot of thought and effort to put one of these together, a lot more than you would normally think. So try it sometime. Try to put your, start small. Try to put your top 10 favorite films of all time. Are they the 10 films that you watch the most? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's the 10 films that you just like the most. You don't necessarily watch them all the time. I guarantee my top 10 is barely like last year's top 10, and if it is, it's mixed up. And top 100 films, it's also a hard video to make because There are so many films that I had to cut out to get to this. There's at least one, two. There's at least just going over this. There's at least two that I had to cheat on to get to fit. So, I mean, these are really, really hard films to make, or lists to make. And my changes in taste have changed dramatically from before. There's no real nostalgic pop out. This is an 80s film. I love this. This is an 80s film. I've seen it 100 times. Like Roger Rabbit, making it 100. I really like Roger Rabbit, so it's 100. I mean, a lot of stuff didn't make this list. Goonies. Love the film, but it could have very easily not made this list because of the way my tastes have changed over the years with as I've gotten older and I've explored into the classic genres of film, the horror and just plain classics, it's changed me a lot. And I like to thank, people in on it. Me and Ian have went through this together as a transformation to watching and enjoying these classic films more than the new films. We hear Mike Gray, 1951, talk about these wonderful films and the wonderful decades that we have overlooked a lot. So it makes us go back and look at these. Plus, there's series out there on YouTube. Luke does them. Ryan Chataway, myself, Ian, and multiple other people talk about some of these older films, and we get to know more and more and more. And he's like, "Wow, I'd like to know that." And then maybe we hook on to an actor. Let's just say, Jimmy Stewart, one of my all-time favorite actors. Well, he's in this. Let's check it out. He's in this. Let's check it out. Oh, that's on my top 100. So there is a lot more to put one of these together than just sitting down and writing down 100 movies that you think are awesome, because that's not what it's all about. My top 10 actually may even change before I get to the top 10. That's how much it may flip and flop. I hope not. I hope I have it written. It's in stone, and I want it to stay in stone. So, right there's it. So, you guys have a wonderful night. I would love to know some of your top films. What you think of mine. Of course, I'm going to get the couple shitheads that are out there right now thinking they're funny, posting their comments, which doesn't affect me. I don't give a fuck. So just keep doing it. Sometimes it even inspires me to be dumber than you say I am. So keep them coming. But anyway, you guys make sure you watch some tonight, good or bad, and let us know what it is. I'll see you guys on Facebook, and check out Ian's video later.